Who next? Play Guardian. I like Guardian. I think this character is actually incredibly fun. And is a very cool idea here of augmenting your cards and socketing them with gems. And is really a demonstration of some of the amazing feats of modding this game, really. And I think Guardian is surprisingly balanced in addition to that, because it's really hard to incorporate something entirely, something that's not in the game at all, you know, socketing your cards with gems, but it's very well done, I will say. And I think this character is more fun the more I play him. So it's 4 elites, and personally, I just like relic swap a lot on Guardian, because gaining an additional 10 block when you enter defensive mode for the first time each combat, I'm not in love with that effect. Although it does make like early body slam a bit better. Okay, so that is wow. Ouch. Okay. So be it. What does that mean? Do we even... We could do this and spend our money that we do have on a card. And honestly, early merchant is a pretty good floor anyway, because you get the card reward from the fight, and you also get to look at cards in the shop. So, and the temporary strength gem is a very good one to start with. Not so sure which is the best upgrade first. I think I'm gonna take the Twin Slam upgrade with the idea of finding a gem some point here and socketing. We could also do this. Take the super lead out early. The curl up upgrade is pretty relevant though, because there are a lot of cards that brace 8. So bracing 12 in addition to the 8 puts you in defensive mode. Total of 20 puts you into defensive mode, right? I hope that makes sense. And that also is pretty obnoxious. So there's definitely some upside to upgrading the curl up. Refracted beam? If we started over here, then maybe, but that is not, it is not to be. Piercing hide is probably fine. This is also a little more damage, right, as you can see, because it says it does damage on it. Temporal, I mean, a little more bracing since we have foregone the upgrade on. Ooh, Onyx is good. I don't mind spending, yeah, like reduce the debuff of the temporary strength, reduce the debuff of the temporary thorns, keep the thorns. Onyx is good. I don't mind that being where the money goes for this run. Get to keep one, lose 1 thorn at the start of your next turn. How about that? So we just have 1 thorn now? This is kind of weird. Yeah, no more weaken. That's right. That's right, Onyx. Let's go, Onyx. Another ruby? Yeah. Sure. We'll just socket it with... We'll put it in something. I kind of want to put Onyx in here. But then Ruby in there is a little bit weird, but as long as they're just making the card stronger, it should be fine, you know? Because the cards are being made stronger. So it's kind of like philosophy for this character. Is anything is good. Any gem, if you get time to socket it in any card, it should be good. Another ruby? That's gotta be a trap. I think that's a trap. I mean, this is also a card that's a little bit harder to take now that we don't have the starting relic, but it's hard to take anyway if you do have the starting relic. Later on, it tends to be alright. Incinerate tends to find some way to be useful. Like, it helps you take 12 damage from a jawworm sometimes. But yeah, like if we were gaining an extra 10 block here, I mean, we have a blur, so it's actually, you know, it is fine, but still we're overblocking by a pretty significant margin here. Temporal shield. Touch up our block. It also upgrades to draw an additional card, which is something we could do there. And card draw is probably valuable at this point. Although the problem with it to me is that it's just it's not giving you block when you play it, and it costs 2. So it's just not doing anything when you play it. I think maybe lean toward the cards that are doing things when we play them for now. So something like that. I don't even think that we defend here. I think we just let this guy hit us so that we can go into defensive mode and tank that hit as a result. I think that makes sense. Then gain the 10 extra blocks. We'd be overblocking right now if we had the starting relic, you know? Just my take. I dislike not being able to get rid of that guy. We have a blur, that's the thing. Because that's how defensive mode works, right? Get 10 more block and keep a blur. I don't know what the right way to do that is. Beats me. Seems like that was played alright. Seems like it. You never know. You never know these days. Yeah, get your 3 more. Get your 3 more. Alright. Thank you. Pockets and trees, nice. Sapphire's good. Sapphire's good. Sapphire's good. We'll have 3 gems and we could socket 3 of our stuff. Sapphire's good. Time capacitor is also good though. Akabeko is appreciated. I think I kind of want to socket all of our stuff before going into a super elite with a potion that's not doing anything. Brace 3, brace 3. That looks good. Either this or this. Curl up upgrade is... This is gonna drive me crazy. Feels a lot better upgraded. Put temporal shield into stasis? I think we might put temporal shield into stasis. That wasn't smart, because now we gotta do this, and then we lose the temporal shield, or we could get it for next turn. We could get curl up or piercing hide to put us in defensive mode for next turn, so it's fine. We'll just have that be 0 cost until we decide to get it played. It should be doing well. A little more damage would be appreciated, although we do have the temporary strengths. Frozen Egg is here. Time Capacitor Plus. I could get behind Time Capacitor Plus. Although we don't have a lot of stasis put-in cards, a lot of cards that put in stuff in stasis, we can simply get some of those. Future Plans is also maybe okay. Yeah, I'm staring with a look of extreme disappointment too. Believe me. This is a pretty terrible hand. Overall. But we have a good turn for the Pocket Sentry, weakening Gremlin Knob. Yeah, I think you probably just curl up here. See, even in this fight, we're still, you know, we're still okay pretty much, right? And it's still blocking enough, basically. Singing Bowl, that's pretty nice. Garnet. Garnet. Garnet, though. We don't have anything to socket it in right now. It's up against max HP, it looks a little bit worse. 2 cards. 2 cards. Also, we can just break the keys for free because of that. So that's an upside. There's an upside to it, guys. 2 cards, please. Should be fine. I'm trying to find cards that'll put stuff in stasis. I didn't want that stasis well-laid plans card or whatever it was. I didn't want that one. Instead, I wanted a useless time capacitor. So but there are a lot of cards that put a lot of stuff in stasis. I'm confident in my choice. And we just keep that strength. Yeah, gain temporary. We keep 2 of the strength overall. So what's the deal here? Do we brace 12 and curl up? Or just defend? Kind of feel like defending. And then we can just simply redraw curl up and immediately go into defensive mode and brace 12. Oh! Best Guardian player? East Coast? I don't know. curl up, put temporal shield in there, accelerate it so it comes out next turn and doesn't draw anything because there's no other cards in stasis, while we're just overblocked by an absolutely disgusting amount. Bye! Shoutouts to Pocket Sentry. Pocket Sentry has been putting in work in this act, actually. Bottle Tornado. So like suspension is something. I like roll attack, just a little bit of AoE, and I think I like roll attack. Bottle Tornado on Time Capacitor? Do we even want to Bottle Tornado Time Capacitor? Is that even something that we would ever be interested in doing? Does that make anyone excited? Is anyone jumping up and down at the notion of bottling Time Capacitor Plus? I would really like to get offered a rare card. I'm just gonna put that out there. You know, I've been trying my best here, and it would just be appreciated. I would rather see something like roll attack on turn 1 against slavers. This is actually just not doing a lot at the moment. I don't think it's really necessary to bottle that. For example, we could have not drawn this and have drawn that Time Capacitor and be taking 14 damage right now for absolutely no reason. But fortunately, that is not the case. Maybe we could have ended the fight that turn, actually. Bye! Amber is good. Amber is good. We really don't have... I mean, we could put it in the roll attack. Amber is good. Amber is good. A little bit concerned how this deck is intending to play the game. Like, how are we actually winning fights with this? I need like a planning. Planning would be a good card at the moment. I don't even think Future Plans is the way to go. I'm more along the lines of Overload or Charge Core. Overload is nice with the Twin Slam reducing debuffs by 1. This is nice. Charge Core is also very good. I think the card draw is probably valuable to cycle and see see Twin Slam sooner, see Temporal Shield sooner. We can reduce the debuff of drawing less cards. So this also upgrades to reduce the debuff by 1, so we're looking at upgrading that at the start of the next act. It's nice. Might as well, I guess. There's no real reason to. Unless it gives you that card that's like... It normally costs 3, and it increases its damage each time it exits stasis. And you can take advantage of the fact that it costs 0 coming from an attack potion. I hope that makes sense. Probably doesn't. Mercury Hourglass, I always forget that she has that. Come on. I drafted cards. Really? Let me play the game. I drafted cards. Let me see my overload. Go ahead and curl up into defense mode. So this is the only thing that reduces our debuffs. I understand. So accelerate this, which also accelerates. Brace is 6. I think that's worth it just to brace 6. Wow, man. Come on, bro. Come on. That brace is 8. We have 9. I don't even want these. I don't even want them. Should have played Temporal Shield. Why didn't I play Temporal Shield? I keep forgetting about this. Just take damage for absolutely no reason. Oh, darn it. That gives temporary strength. I forgot about that too. I'm gonna just say that that's worth it. I'm gonna just say it's worth it. All right. That seems good. Gain 2 buffer if you have buffer. Gain a strength at the start of your turn. Another, although you know what, another Onyx could be nice, but we could just upgrade Overload and that could be our another Onyx. Speed boost is also maybe okay. Construction 4 and plus. So this loses 2 stasis slots, gain energy at the start of your turn. I mean, really, with the time capacitor plus, that's not so bad. And we don't even have anything that's putting anything into stasis except for curl up. Straight up, you know. Now that said, Astrolabe, we can't get card removes because we have Ectoplasm. So Astrolabe becomes quite a bit more desirable. Pyramid is also insane, so there's also that. Like, Pyramid is insane. So we could just take Pyramid and be doing very well as well. I think I kind of like the idea of Astrolabe. Look at some more cards. That hand of drawing was like 2 defends, a Cinder's Bane, and 2 strikes. That tilted me a little too much. So, those are 2 strikes and a defend, I guess. That is a nice Astrolabe. Yeah. The Walker Claw. Y'all know about me and the Walker Claw? I don't know if you know about me and the Walker Claw. Got a Stasis Strike as well, so it's more Stasis. We've got an Orb Walk. Akabeko Walker Claw? I don't know. I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. Let's take fights. The main thing about Ectoplasm, like, it's no one's favorite boss relic. And in the standard game, you know, same goes. But really, like a path like this, there's no downside to having no gold in this case, right? You just take fights, fires, elites, get strong. People hate Ectoplasm because they do stuff like this. It's like, oh, you want 200 gold for Haunted? Like, that's one of the events in this mod. And then you get, you know what I mean, right? Like, you get a bunch of people asking you or try to give you gold in exchange for stuff. Like, we got Serpent last act, but that was, I think I tried pathing into as many fights as I could. Reduce the debuffs by 1. Yeah, Overload Plus is a much better card. So Buffer's really not doing so much here, but it is on this turn maybe. That's pretty funny. Overload Plus into Construction Form. I kind of dislike not playing Walker Claw here, but looking for Thorns might be productive. And we can curl up one of these. like this or Walker Claw. This knocks a bird out, like straight up. So and this is reducing our debuffs by 1, so we get to wear off our draw reduction. And time capacitor is still just not doing a lot. It's just not doing a lot. But it could very easily. Oh, we need the thorns. Woo! It's a lot of thorns, I don't know. Give him the Walker Claw plus. Another timing capacitor. 6 thorns while in defensive mode? Spiker protocol, huh? This is the Spiker build, the Guardian Spiker deck. It's up against max HP though. The Akabeko Walker Claw. Oh, the Pizzazz Potion Walker Claw. The Construction Form. Gain a Stasis slot. Yo, I mean, I've said this before, but when you make the sound of gaining another Stasis slot and the picture of the Stasis slot exactly the same as defect orb slots, you've done a great job with this character, with the art as well in these cards. And there's a lot to be happy about, you know. I like the art of the cards, and the ones that are original, that is. That said, I feel like these characters, you've done a great job technically, on the technical side, with the socketing and the augmenting, and on the balancing side too. I think the character is relatively well balanced. Really polish them up, give them a different image, because the average player is gonna see that and they're gonna think that the mod is like unfinished or unpolished or incomplete because it's using the same sort of slot that defect uses. That's my take. Because really, like, if you just change that, the character will feel complete. And of course, you know, maybe some point in the future get original art, more original art, then that'd be great too. Getting a phone call. Expecting a call. And then I get a phone call and it's a bot. When are we gonna do away with that? How did we let that happen? How did we let bots completely infiltrate our original main mode of communication of my generation's people, the phone call? Now it's just you're a little bit hesitant to answer the phone because of that exact reason. And then when you do answer it, it turns out that you remember why you don't answer phones. Even if it says number verified, even if it says... Anyway. So you can put this in stasis, and that works. You could accelerate it, and then that gives you 1 strength, right? $12 and 8. That number combination is important for that reason that you just saw. Let's still take some more damage because I'm feeling generous. Hello, construction form. Molotov. Temporal strike kind of makes sense at this point. Maybe still not having a... We need... Like, this puts something into stasis. So I think I have half a mind to take recover here. But gaining temporary dexterity is something we could definitely want to do in the future. Reducing our debuffs, keeping our temporary dexterity. We can reduce the frail now. Yeah. We're doing pretty well. We're pretty strong. Walker Claw plus. Resilient Plate. Resilient Plate. Card is outstanding. I keep on right-clicking by accident. I'll do that in videos sometimes though to emphasize a card, like swipe over them and right-click it just to be like, yes. I think I want to curl up the second slam plus. It's a little strange. Curl up temporal shield. That Walker Claw plus up there. There we go. And so we brace 8 and then this will hit everyone. Yeah. Yeah. And we will still have a buffer. Let's keep both the buffers. The Walker Claw plus. It dumps strength. That card dumps strength. There's no doubt about that. Oh, my Ectoplasm Guardian. Okay. More buffer. How much do we care about supply scroll? Not a lot. Not a lot. So we can just break this without needing money. So that's lovely. Resilient Plate is a pretty reasonable upgrade. Resilient Plate's pretty reasonable upgrade. I kind of want to recall. And then we could upgrade Resilient Plate here if we like. Can also break the Ruby Key there if we like. I want to play this, but then we're taking 14. So I'm wondering, like, if we can construction form, stasis strike, but then this, that's 31. That's so close. This 3 cost, gain 2 buffer. That's not so good. It's not so good, but buffer is just buffer, so it's pretty good, right? I don't know. I'm a little upset to not use that on the Walker Claw plus, but we are okay. Getting a strength because we got. We're actually playing a good bit into strength. Twin Slam and construct 2 construction forms with the Twin Slam that's giving strength, and then we also have Incinerate giving temporary strength, and then we dump it all into this Walker Claw. We have this Orb Walk that we astrolated into as well, which is gaining strength, and we could also put it into stasis and it ticks to gain strength. So I've got a strength Guardian deck or something like that. A Walker Claw deck. Mummified Hand. Speaking of strength deck, speaking of Mummified Hand, this might be worth it. I could see this being worth it. 0 cost power for Mummy Hand is kind of nice. We have a handful of powers too. That's a good Mummified Hand. We have Frozen Egg, that's why. I mean, this dumps strength. I dumped strength. A little bit slow. Don't think we really need it. It's up against max HP once again. Mummified Hand is broken. Although it's actually not even doing anything there, huh? Because we're just losing the buffers. I did that the wrong way. It's been so long since I've actually picked up Mummified Hand, believe it or not. I actually just don't pick this relic up. Not even lying. I just skip it most of the time because I feel like it's too overpowered. But this time I'm okay with it because it's an ectoplasm start. And it's fine. It's Guardian, you know. This is a modded character. I'll pick up a Mummified Hand, I guess. I'm just looking for a good time. Man, still seeing all these base cards so soon, so frequently. Yeah, and what? And what? And what are you gonna do about it? What can you do about it? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. You have no power here. You have no power against the Walker Claw Plus. I could get... I mean, Onyx, where are these going? Where are these gems going? There's no harm in taking quartz at all, right? It's just where are these gems gonna go now? They need to go somewhere. And Vent Steam, it's just Onyx is really good. We'll put some, we will find something to put quartz and Onyx in, and that card is going to be a super card, you know? And honestly, we could recover that Onyx and get rid of the Hex for next turn. No more Hex. That's it. You get one dazed. Guardian is a good character. And he is well done. He's not too strong. Not too weak. 4 buffers, by the way. I shouldn't have said that at all. As I was using Mummified Hand like that. $17 damage for it. We had 12 strength. Temporal potion. Take it over the Molotov. Walker Claw plays. Unreal. I think the one is doing the job just fine, but this game is funny. Okay, this game is a funny game. Ornamental Fan. Fragmented Gem also dumps strength, and there's just nothing to put it in right now. There's nothing to put that in. But there is ideas of Ornamental Fan and strength dumping with that. We just don't have anything to sock it with. I think this being upgraded seems pretty reasonable. But Rest is also maybe good. I think I'll count on the potions bailing us out. Accelerate this defend. In defensive mode affects all enemies, otherwise brace 8, so we're gonna be in defensive mode now, but Mummified Hand is a game warping relic, I will say that much. I'll admit that. Just sitting on a bunch of buffer. Suspension. 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 Suspension the orb walk, maybe the construction form sometimes. We have card draw, so we can... Yeah, this also draws a card on upgrade. It's not, like, awesome right now, just because we can't socket it until after the boss, but it will be okay. More than likely. It's kind of cheese. Spamming buffer. Need more cards that put stuff in stasis still. I like how you can wear off the draw reduction though. And we still are cycling our modes pretty nicely. Gem Cannon? Temporal Strike's fine. We got like Ornamental Fan and refunds itself. Gem Cannon, not at this juncture. It's not even doing all that much, but this card can do a bunch of damage under the right circumstances. Just to see. I like Discovery. Evasive Protocol, Spheric Shield. So, we're being threatened for a bunch of damage right now. So that kind of makes me want to just grab this and just call it a day. Probably should have played Quartz first. Maybe should have even played that first, but here we are. So I think I want to curl up Orb Walk to scale strength up a little bit more even. Is that necessary? Let's put construction form up there. That'll do. Maybe put curl up or overload back up there. Fungus Among Us. Name of that card. This is also accelerating. Not doing that much, that planning. But it can, given some time. Well, that's a lot of damage. Hold on now. Oh, Ironclad makes us exhaust something. Thanks. That is cringe, losing one of the buffers. Since we're gonna get... I mean, we could place a card in our hand in stasis, then play Temporal Shield. And I want to just put Roll Attack up there now. No real good reason, just... I don't even have any debuffs, and I'm just reducing a bunch of non-existent debuffs right now. 28 damage 4 times, Walker Claw plus. Another Onyx? Stasis Field blocks for a lot. Stasis Field, I think Stasis Field. That blocks for a lot, and it's... Yeah, like, we need something to go in there, because we have a bunch of stasis slots, nothing to do with it. Although Compile Package is probably really, really solid here, too. This is probably really solid here. I don't know... Onyx is good. Onyx really is good. But I'm seeing us socket these two into fire, and then it's kind of hard to tell what else happens from there, but I like Stasis Field a lot. I know that much. And we do already have Blue Key, so we could just take Curse Key. I'm really not trying to take Calling Bell, but honestly, with Mummified Hand, Tiny Bowler Hat could be a sleeper pick here. I have been enjoying the times I've picked this up sometimes. Let's rock the Bowler Hat. I don't feel super pressed for energy. Anyway, we got Mummy Hand. So we have to forego fighting that elite to break the key. That's fine. So, gain energy and draw a card if you have a card in stasis. This, place a card in your hand in stasis and reduce your debuffs. That'll be okay, I guess. I like gain energy and draw a card if you have a card in stasis. I want this to draw as well. This is 10. That's pretty good too. It's just 20. Make it draw a card. Yeah, with Mummy Hand, I feel like this could be legit in some cases. See, it's kind of functioning as an extra. It gave us. It's. You'll see. You'll see about the bowler hat. You'll see about the bowler hat. What's to, you know, what's to say about it? Other than you'll see about it. We could put Stasis Field in there. And we can also just reduce that debuff, right? Of being de-energized. Let me get it again. Hexaburn is probably my least favorite one to get. It's so slow, but if it does go off, it's doing a lot of damage, actually. Pre-program. Pre-program? Pre-program is probably alright here. This is a card I don't really find myself taking all too much. But it's probably fine here. We really don't have that much stuff putting stuff in stasis. Well, we have Suspension, Status Field, Recover, Curl Up. It's up against max HP. Transforming 3 cards is a powerful thing to do. It's a powerful thing to do. The problem is if we get something like normality, we actually cannot remove it at all. Ever. But Transform in 3 really is strong. I think it's probably just safest, especially since we got Frozen Egg, Mummy Hand, like Transform in 3. Even if we do get normality, we could probably just manage it by putting it in stasis. And that's really bad. Really, really bad. But Transform 3, man. But it could just be losing. And we're totally healthy and we're doing totally fine and totally well. And we have been so far. Probably just shouldn't get greedy. I'm gonna look at that as a test, you know? And Transform 1 is still something to be thankful enough for. As is, I would say. Strike is probably the way to go. Ooh! Now you're making me wish I Transformed 3. It is Transforming 3 after all. It's just that we could not purge a curse if our lives depended on it. So there's some cases where I think normality could just be losing. Citrine? Oh, forgot about Bowler Hat. Oh, does it exhaust? Automaton beam? It does exhaust. I'll take the damage. I'll take the 2. Not losing sleep over that. Place the next card you play this turn into stasis and then socket it. So what would that be? What would that be? Wouldn't be a power card. Overload maybe. Incinerate maybe. I mean, place the next cards you play into stasis. There's probably some cases where we would want to do that. And we could socket it. We can socket it. With this. That's the thing I like about Guardian is that a lot of these cards, they're like, yeah, they're probably going to scale pretty well into late game. And, well, they certainly are because you could socket them. So it's just a, you know, I'm not sure if I need this random damage common or not. Like Incinerate or whatever the other one was called. But, sure. You know, because it's something that could make us stronger once we just socket it. Tiny bowler hat. The tiny bowler hat! I don't know. The tiny bowler hat meta might be coming out. Might be coming out right now. That didn't even do that much. Let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it. I don't want this to be addressed. Doesn't need to be addressed. Probably max HP here. This is the correct path, right? Yeah. Temporal Shield Plus is a lovely card. That's his name? Yeah. Put stasis field into stasis. Gain 7 block and place it in stasis, and when it leaves stasis, gain block. Last stand is also really nice here, like removing debuffs in general. Yeah. Ectoplasm bowler hat. Fantastic card. Oh, buffer, by the way. Defensive mode, by the way. Even though it's not doing anything. We're strong! 15 strength, sundial. Yo, ancient power plus. Yes, yes. Shuriken is here, just in case. Just in case we needed to give him the Shuriken Walker Claw. That is now something that is upon us. Take stasis field upgrade. Reroute the Walker Claw. Reroute the Overload. And then accelerate it. Maybe. Kind of want to just gain 2 buffer here. Yeah. Shuriken fan. Lovely. Amazing card right now. I had a good run with Guardian Relic swapping into Tiny Bowler Hat. Feels like a big power spike. Lose a buffer, it's fine. I got stasis field in play. Ooh, we don't need it though. Walker Claw plus. Smiling Mask, can't. Clone, I mean, yeah. There's bound to be something worth cloning, like this. Like any 0 cost power, like anything, really. I like how it's an uncommon. It's cool to see your... we could even clone Study the Spire. I've done that before. It makes it so that over 6 turns you get a random boss card. Doesn't make it you get 2 boss cards over 3 turns. Oh well. Temporal Shield and Temporal Strike with nothing going on there. But we could just buffer through this entire fight, sadly. Sadly. That wasn't a productive turn. There we go. This is quite a bit better. Sorry about that, transient. Another temporal shield. And we need to go here. We don't... I mean, this puts it... this accelerates on upgrade. That's pretty nice. We don't have anything to upgrade at the last fire. The lastmost fire. So we could take this and upgrade it now. It's good card draw, good block, and I'm happy with the one that we have now. We've got more stuff going into stasis. So, may as well add another one. They've been giving me Akabeko a lot lately. Losing a buffer to Spiker. We could clone Stasis Field. Might as well. Not much better to do. Stop that. No more. No more dazed. We're strong right now. Doing quite well. No rare card? Okay. It's not too late. It's not too late, but this is a fight anyway. Let's see if we can't get a rare card. That would be lovely. Really not trying to take a Parasite right now. We'll take some damage though. You've earned it. You've earned it, Writhing Mass. $103 block, getting a blur, because if you could just brace this amount like every time, then you can basically keep your block. If you could just brace enough for long enough. Accelerate until a card in stasis leaves it for 0 cost. We're not really pressed for that. We've got pretty good acceleration. We got this potion that accelerates if we need to. It's worth it just to keep a temporary strength and dexterity. Interesting. So many things you could do here. Oh, we wear off the damage of the constrict? Interesting. Should have done this first. Taking damage for no reason? I got no problem with that. I'll take damage for no reason. What about it? Remove all debuffs. How about that? I don't really know what I'm looking for here, though. All I know is I'm drawing a bunch of cards and there's a sundial. Wow, man. Really kind of trying to get a rare, but I mean, we're doing fine. It's just, I like Guardian's rare cards. He has a fun rare card pool. I should have played that first. Now I lose the sundial because of that. Oh well. Gem Cannon is the rare. Max HP is the rare. So we can actually play around this Shiv thing by zeroing out cards with Mummified Hand. So that we could go Suspension, the Walker Claw. I want to curl up, study the Spire, and then duplicate it. That's too slow. Put this up there with the idea of reducing our ancient power debuffs. That wasn't smart. Lose one buffer. Still getting strength because we do have a buffer. And... it's the right way to do this. So we wore off the de-energized, right? Not ideal at all. This fight is hard though, to be real with you. So it's 10, 18, so it's 30 he's attacking for? She? I don't know why I called her a he. Oh, the the Hexaghost boss card. So we can get this, play this, get this, reduce all of our debuffs by 2, rocking 18 strength, 7 dexterity. The character's fun. I'm definitely a fan. I wish we could have got more thorns somehow. Or a source of vulnerable. Huh, really? Source of vulnerable. Alright, so Sundial exists, which means that we probably shouldn't shuffle our draw pile by playing anything that draws a card. Protect me and be rewarded. So that's what she says when you don't kill the merchant, I guess. She says, I brought him back, you know, when you do. We'll rock the plated this time. Pretty much pick strength every time. Bomb going off in a turn, but we should have buffer coming up soon. Yeah. $83 block. Remove all debuffs. Let's get some debuffs then. Like this one. And this one. Let's go ahead and clone our construction form in case we need some more buffers. Guardians say die. And once again, we can go into defensive mode, gain a blur, hold our block. I like the attack card that just gives you a stasis slot. That's cool. Feels nice. It's solid damage too. Thorns, Vigor, Thorns, 14 damage 4 times. It's a lot of damage. But of course we can rest at the last fire. Prepare Crush, by the way. We need only brace 2 more. Fantastic. Better clone this Slime Crush. Let's hit that Slime Crush one time. Okay. About to clone that Slime Crush. And what? We can allow the defense to exhaust. Slime Crush is coming. Oh, Walker Claw. Walker Claw Plus. I love saying that. I think that's so funny. I don't even know why I think it's funny. It's just Walker Claw Plus. Got more than enough buffer. More than enough buffer. I mean, we already hold our block with defensive mode stuff anyway, but... yeah, right? Yeah, since we were reducing our debuffs and just got calipers and such. And this is what we are missing out on. Not a whole lot, right? Not a whole lot. 831 gold. But we made up for it by being very, very powerful. Right? So this accelerates, but it also exhausts, so it's like a one-time use type of deal. We're going to be happy to play it no matter what. I think resting makes a good deal of sense. We have a bunch of max HP that we've gotten from our beloved Sinking Bowl. I think this deck is probably totally fine to win. It's got pretty much the stuff that you need to win this, just in case. And bunch of impactful power cards. And so what are we doing here? What are we cloning? Because it's either Construction Form or Study the Spire. We could clone Study the Spire for fun. I can get behind that. Yeah, because then we can go like... I want to get this in play, that's the thing. So it could be something like Strike. Solid. Very solid. Mummified Hand is playing a different game. This gives energy when we play it. We could Gamble Brew this away if we want to keep it. And this is also blocking, keeping our buffer. We could Gamble Brew everything, really. Might as well. Except for the Haunted. We could let Haunted go away. And we can lose this defend. Reroute, I kind of want to keep around. But this defend could exhaust. And then we could spend the Orb Walk or the Stasis Field. We have something that accelerates in there. Maybe Resilient Plate even, with the Ancient Power coming up. Sure. The issue here is that we'd be losing buffer. We don't have to lose buffer. Yeah, we do have to lose buffer. Well, we could do like Speed Potion, Defend, Resilient Plate. It's not perfect. I'd rather have kept Speed Potion for like a turn when we get the Champ card that reduces all debuffs, but this is also fantastic. You don't have Thorns yet. Twin Slam reduces 2 debuffs. I like how Twin Slam remains a good card throughout the run. That's funny. Hexaghost power. Tama Beam. Or temporary strength and dexterity, reduce debuffs by 1, reduce debuffs by 1. Keep the thorns as well. $19 strength. 4 buffer still. I did that backward. That's okay. That is a lot of damage. I thought that the curl up was recover for a second there. $74? If only we had 4 buffers. Walker Claw's coming. That's quite a bit of damage that I feel like we don't need to be taking. But we're not really taking it, right? Because we have 4 buffers. Sundial, by the way. .38 strength and only 7 dexterity though. And the Walker Claw. And the Walker Claw Plus. That was a solid run. That was a solid run. I liked it because it was a very tolerable ectoplasm run. It was very tolerable ectoplasm run. Yes. I don't mind it. I don't mind swapping on this character at all. You know, that's the way I think to go. 4 energy is very enabling. That was a very standard, but it was a mummified hand. So there was this. There basically had something which was better than having another energy relic. The tiny bowler hat, I feel like that was kind of nice. We were probably okay without it, but you know, mummified hand, study the Spire card, and then this is a 3 cost gain 2 buffer, and the strength is sometimes matters, but this, I don't know if this really came up all that much. We didn't ever that you've run out of stasis slots. These felt nice. Like, it's just pretty standard Guardian stuff. This was an amazing card in this deck though, truly. Except for the first time we played it, like against Silent or whatever. One of the first times I played it, misused it at least. Shoutouts to StsLib. I think that card's funny. Just his art and everything. The name of it, Walker Claw. But yeah. And I want to look at the pathing for that briefly. Just because, just to have a reference as to how to path with ectoplasm. Flawless advice. 100% works 100% of the time. This is the idea. Yeah, honestly, yeah, that's what you would do. And the reason why is because I tried to take the path with the least events, and still we got one event that was trying to talk about gold, and this thankfully was not. And right, this was a transmogrifier, so this was going to be an enemy. But yeah, ectoplasm is fine. Just don't path to a bunch of events. Anyway, there's a take on the Guardian for you. Till next time.